Hi everyone, I'm Becky and welcome to Becky's AngelScopes. I'm so happy you're joining me here today. It is autumn in the Northern Hemisphere where I am, and so I hope for all of you, the pumpkins are on the porch and the mums are blooming in the garden. It is indeed going to be a wonderful autumn. For those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, it's springtime, so enjoy that as well. Now, happy birthday, Libra, and happy birthday upcoming, my dear and fabulous Scorpios. It is a very, very, very powerful time for manifesting what your heart desires, because it is said that on your birthday, as you blow out the candles and make your wish, you have a direct line to source energy to manifest whatever your heart desires, as long as it is in the highest and best good of all concerned. So expect that fabulous birthday gift to come to you soon. All that being said, I want to thank my subscribers for subscribing. It is such a joy to see that you enjoy these readings. And those of you who are just visiting, we welcome you to join us and subscribe as well. And if you decide that you would like a private reading with me, I would be honored to do that for you. I do readings on just about any particular area of life, and I have many different spreads that are available. And of course, we always give the last word to the angels of love and light. All that being said, it is time to look into the month of October. I'll see you there. Hi Leo, it's Becky. Welcome to your October 2017 reading, Love Focus. Today we're going to be using two sets of cards, and the first set is the Wheel of the Year Tarot, a beautiful deck, lots of beautiful colors, for fall especially. And then we are going to be crowning the reading today with a Romance Angels Oracle card by Doreen Virtue, which are also delightful. Now, I've already created a sacred space around us and the reading today, so we're almost ready to start. But first, I want to explain exactly what we're going to be doing in terms of our spread. We'll be doing a 5-card spread. In the first position, we'll be looking into the general situation between you and the object of your desire. If you do not have anyone in mind as you come to the reading today, think of it as your general is the general overall energy surrounding you in love. In the second position, we'll be asking the angels to give us some insight into how this other person feels about you, Leo. And for those of you who do not have anyone in mind, it simply means how you're feeling about love in general. Okay, in position 3, we'll ask the angels to help us clarify how you really feel about this other person and how you see them. And if, like I said, if you do not have anyone in particular in mind, then consider the second and third cards as overall energies about, how you're really feeling in terms of, what is your, as we say, vibrational set point regarding love, regardless of what you say you feel. How do you really feel? What are you vibrating, basically? And that's how the universe works. It works on energy frequencies. Okay, in position 4, we'll be looking at obstacles to a relationship or some sort of coming together with you and this other person. And if you are looking to this spread as a general reading without anyone in mind, it will refer to what you need to work on or what may be coming up either consciously or subconsciously that you can shift in order to bring in love. And the 5th card we'll be looking at today is the outcome card or advice card that Spirit wants to give us to help us navigate this energy. Okay, to bring about love or a particular resolution with some person that you have in mind. Okay, angels, we're ready. Leo is here and I'm here and we are ready. Angels, please tell us some messages that will be helpful to all concerned today. First of all, what is the general situation between Leo and the person they have in mind? The general situation between Leo and the person they have in mind. There it is. Okay, angels, how does this other person feel about our Leo? How does this other person feel? There it is. Okay. Angels, how does Leo really feel about this person? How do they really feel about this particular person that they have in mind? How does Leo feel, angels? No? Okay. How do Leos feel about this other person, angels? How does Leo feel about this other person? How does... Whoa, that's me being clumsy. Sorry about that. How does Leo feel, angels? That's it. Okay. All right, angels. What are the obstacles that are preventing a relationship from forming here? There we go. And what is the advice, angels, that we can give to Leo today to help them navigate this energy for the highest and best good of all concerned? Leo? Thank you. Okay. Now, we will go ahead and turn over the cards, and then we will turn over 4 to start with, and then we'll turn over the last card in just a few minutes. Now, what I'm going to do is just take a look and see, make sure that you can see all those cards. And yes, you can, and I'll hold them up as well. Okay, Leo. Now, here we go. What is the general situation between you and the object of your desire? Well, before I actually apply it to that, let's just review the card so you can see. We have the 4 of Swords in position 1. In position 2, we have this beautiful card, one of the major arcana, meaning it's a very important card, and it is Temperance. Next, in position 3, we have the Queen of Swords. And in position 4, in the position of obstacles, we have the Devil, which doesn't mean the literal connotation of that. And we'll get to that in a minute. So don't freak out. It's okay. It's okay. All right, so let's get started. We said in the first position, this is representing the general situation between you and the object of your desire. And if we look at this card, we can see exactly where you are right now with this other person, and that is absolutely nowhere, Leo, because the 4 of Swords really is represented by this snow. And as you can see, when it's snowing and the snow is on the ground, there's no movement. I mean, this little guy is out and about, but generally speaking, it's frozen. The ground is frozen. So there is no movement at this time. It's sort of a resting phase. It's not that there won't be any movement. It's not that it's over, it's a mess, and there's no hope. No, that's not what this card means. This is a card of meditation, of going within. The swords represent mental thought processes. And at this point in time, the general energy between you and the person who's foremost in your mind, the object of your desire, right now it's in a resting phase. The whole thing is in a resting phase, and there's not much movement. All right, now we want to look into why this is in sort of a pause, a meditative phase, a resting phase, maybe contemplating. Well, in position 2, this is how the other person feels about you at this particular moment in time, Leo. And Spirit is showing us Temperance. This is number 14 in the major arcana, which represents a very, very, very powerful energy at work here. And the energy of Temperance, as you can see, features this beautiful, it's almost like she's a fairy angel with these beautiful gossamer wings. She is a divine being, all right? A divine being who offers her help to whoever to create balance in all things, the perfect balance. She's mixing these sacred waters in between these 2 chalices, and she's creating balance between the 2. And this particular angel also represents help from above. Now, because this is in position 2, in regarding how this person feels about you, Leo, this person I just heard I just heard, okay, this is what I just heard. I'm just going to relay what I heard. They feel they can work it out with you. Okay, I have to say what I'm hearing, and that's what I'm hearing. I don't know how that applies to anyone out there because it will be a little bit different for everyone, but this person feels, well, let me say it this way. This person sees you as someone they can work it out with. They see you as someone that they can achieve the perfect balance with, which is kind of interesting because right now that's probably what they're contemplating. But they have, at this particular moment, come to this place where they almost feel like, well, on a mundane level, they think you're an angel, okay, in sort of a metaphorical term, but they see you as someone who represents also a balanced approach. And someone who I just heard brings grace to their lives. It brings grace. You bring grace. They see you as someone who brings grace to them. Now, sometimes the messages I get aren't literally attached to the card, but to me, this is one of the most beautiful cards in the deck, which embodies grace. All right? So, yes, they think and feel that you bring balance and grace to their life, and you almost balance them. You almost, by bringing balance to the situation, you help them balance themselves emotionally, because water is emotion. So I just heard that. Okay? Whew. All right, so that's how they see you. Now, in the third position, we have the Queen of Swords. And the position means how you feel about the other person. How you feel about the other person. All right, looking at this here. You feel, okay, now this may not be how it really is, but you feel that they are basically an ice king or queen. They're frozen. They're not showing you. You feel like they're unresponsive. They're not emotional. They feel nothing. This is how you feel. This is not how it is. Because the Queen of Swords has been through a lot in her or his, genders can go either way, in her life. She's been through a lot. She may have gone through a divorce. She may have gone through ups and downs with relationships. She may have gone through family problems. She has learned about life by going through many trials and tribulations as she has progressed in her life. And here she is now. You're seeing this person as this Ice Queen, but I tell you it's because, or Ice King, I tell you it's because they've been through a lot. So you need to sort of engender a bit of understanding there. They've been through a lot, but I will tell you this, you see them and you feel that no matter what, they are being truthful, or they are capable of being truthful. But you also feel that they are over there, wherever they are, contemplating, not moving ahead in any visible means to make this go, to make this thing happen between you and this other person. And you almost have a fear that they're about to render a verdict. And that's what I just heard, that you feel and fear, you're a little bit anxiety ridden because you feel they may be about to deliver a verdict with this sword of truth, and you're not sure how that sword's going to come down because everything is frozen and there is no movement at this time. So it may be causing you a bit of anxiety. Why? Well, let's look at this. This fourth card represents obstacles to a relationship proceeding or developing or forming, or some kind of relationship, however that is characterized, forming. What are the obstacles? Okay, here's the Devil card. All right, it does not mean literal devil. Okay, it does not mean that, so forget that. What this card refers to, number one, as you can see, is sizzling passion, which is a good thing. And it can bring a healthy passion into a relationship. Obviously, there could be just lust, which sometimes is not such a bad thing. But it can also mean a codependent relationship, okay? Or it can just be a rushing in for this kind of intimate relationship, which is, fun, full of lust and passion and fire, and that's good. But sometimes this can be achieved prematurely, where people rush in to create something too fast and then it burns out, okay? So the obstacle could be that I just heard somebody tried to rush this thing into relationship status too soon. There was a pullback and things are now on ice, which has caused you to think of them as kind of this unfeeling ice queen, because you're trying to think, what just happened here? I thought it was this, and now what I'm feeling this person is exhibiting to me is this. That's what I see now. And what I'm experiencing is that. So what just happened with this? And what I can tell you is, because this person that you're thinking about is trying to achieve a balanced approach now, temperance. They've done all this kind of stuff before, this kind of rushing in and fire and lust and almost addiction. I just heard addiction to another person, and that's not healthy, as you know, Leo. So, well, Leo, this could very well be you being a lion and a fire sign, but it's going to need a pullback, a little bit of temperance and level-mindedness and balance to form this relationship. And it has to be formed on that level, Leo. It cannot start out all like this. Yeah, sometimes that's, fun and exciting, but in order to form the relationship, the obstacle is to refrain from rushing it, to refrain from jumping into this before the foundation has been laid. And this, of course, is about foundations and balance and emotions. And only then will one be able to discern the true nature of it. And that's exactly what I just heard. Discern the nature of it. All right? And discern what is healthy. So we're looking for a healthy balance. My guess is that things started out so fast and furiously that things were not balanced in the approach. And now things are on ice as people kind of pull back and think about it. All right? But I will say, this could work another way that I'm just hearing, okay? And the other way it could work for some of you out there, not all of you, and I'm getting like 5% of you, not many of you, is that this relationship is on ice because there wasn't enough passion in it. So the obstacle is the lack of passion rather than too much. But because, we've got temperance, and because we've got the Queen of Swords, for most of you out there, the obstacle is that there was a bit of rushing it too fast, and now there's a pullback to seek out balance and to go at this with a level-headed approach, one that is more mindful of what, is a healthy way to proceed. Now, I don't know if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense to some of you. I'm sure it will. But we want to get the final card, which is the advice card or the outcome card. Okay, and what we've got here is the eight of cups. 8 of cups. All right. Now, this card can mean a lot of different things. As you can see by the picture, the most obvious meaning is that, okay, the advice. All right, so the most obvious meaning is that, I was just listening, sorry about that. The advice of this card could be, and may be, for some of you, if you decide to walk away because you've had it with the ice coming from this other person, then that's fine. Because you're walking toward something even better suited for you. If you are the one who is standing while the other person decides to go off on a bit of a sort of a journey away, so it feels like they're moving away, then that's okay too. All right? Because whichever way this thing plays out, you need to know that everybody's all in. Everybody's all into it. Both sides are into the relationship. And if someone has to walk away to think about it, they may come back. It doesn't mean they're never coming back. It just means they may need some time away. And that's kind of where it's almost like it's at a standstill right now, because that's exactly what Spirit is advising. Not necessarily that someone's leaving and it's all tragic and whatever. No, someone just needs to take time out. Someone just needs to take time out and figure it out. In fact, this whole picture may refer to what you both need to do, is take time away from this emotional situation, take time away, and then if you decide to regroup once you sort of sorted these things out, then that's fine too. Okay? Because if we think about the Seven of Cups, which is the card before this one in the deck, the Seven of Cups is a card of many choices and confusion. Basically, just downright confusion as which way to go. Then we get to the Eight of Cups, which we have here, where we have 8 cups that appear to have been collected, but now they've all kind of fallen over and somebody's going on this path to figure out their stuff, and they just need time away. Now, sometimes they go and they decide, well, that wasn't for me. Sometimes they go just to sort of get their head on straight, and then they come back. But whatever it is, Leo, in fact, you know what? I think, Leo, what I'm going to do for you, I'm going to just pull another card to clarify this Eight of Cups. So I want angels, clarify, please. Eight of Cups. Angels, Eight of Cups for Leo. Okay, they gave me 2 cards. Leo, your reading's going to be really long, but I wanted to clarify this. Okay, so they gave me 2 cards, and these are the 2 cards right here. We've got the Three of Swords, Three of Wands, and we have got the Princess of Pentacles. Okay, so what this means to me is whoever is taking space, whoever is taking time away, whatever. If you're both taking time away, great. If one of you is taking time away and the other is perplexed, you're going to be receiving communication from that person, or you may be the one reaching out to the other person in the situation. Why is that? That's because there is some interest in creating a collaboration. There's somebody who has hopes, dreams, and desires, and they're looking up at that heavenly sky and that beautiful shooting star, and they're wondering, maybe there's a shot. Maybe my dream is to, create this collaboration, make an agreement, maybe basically your contract, so to speak, about this. Like what are your boundaries? What are the boundaries between you and the other person, and when does it advance to this level, and how do we keep everything in balance as we move forward so that, this is avoided, this emotional upset is avoided, and we can proceed on a more level path together. So even if the other person is taking time out, I know I'm repeating myself, but I just want to make sure there's going to be a communication. It's not done yet. Okay? All right, so let's go here. Romance Angels. We would like to cap the reading today with a message for our Leos, our dear Leos, our wonderful Leos. There it is. No, they don't. There's 2. Okay, Angel, there it is. Okay, great. And so what Spirit is saying to us is, in this situation, Leo, let your friends help you. and ask for and accept support from others. And you see this beautiful bride here and the little cherub there and her friend helping her with preparation there for this beautiful new life she's about to embark on with her beloved. Okay, so while you're waiting for this situation to resolve, Leo, if you need to, ask for and accept support from others, and it can be friends and family, whoever is your support, your emotional support that you trust. Be willing to ask for that help if you need it. And if there is some kind of counseling that you might be able to benefit from a professional, then you need to do that too, because that would be very helpful. But definitely look for this communication, because you will be receiving it, or you may be the one sending it. It could work both ways. Okay, Leo, this is a very interesting reading, a complicated situation. I do hope that you have found this helpful. And I want to thank you for stopping by and listening to your reading with me. It's been a joy and a pleasure to do this for you. And like I said, I hope it helps you a lot. So at this time, I want to let you know I'll be back around mid-month. Until then, I wish you peace, richest blessings, and of course, Leo, love, great love, beyond your wildest dreams. And so it is.